This video demonstrates the use of StatTag with Stata on a Windows machine. Our analysis uses the BP-wide dataset that is distributed with Stata. The first command shows the first 10 observations in the dataset. These observations are printed to the results window. The next command calculates and displays the total number of observations in the dataset. The total number of observations are printed to the results window using the display command. The next commands calculate the mean and the standard deviation of the blood pressure before variable and print the results to the results window using the display command. The next commands generate a table of the age group variable. The table is stored in a matrix called X, and the table is printed to the results window using the matrix list command. The next set of commands generates a PDF figure using the graph box and graph export commands. In this example, we have specified the location using a hard-coded pathway. StatTag can work with relative pathways supplied by macro variables, but we recommend using hard-coded pathways when first working with StatTag. These commands will save the PDF to the desktop. The final command generates output from a linear model. Prior to using your code with StatTag, we recommend that you ensure your entire code file runs without error, and the results that you generate are appropriately displayed or rendered in the specified file locations. When you have completed your code and any checks, close the program. Open a new Word document. StatTag has been installed, and a new tab in the toolbar can be accessed. The code file icon is used to attach one or more code files to the manuscript. The Define Tag icon is used to add tags from your code file. The Insert Tag Output icon will open an interface to select any defined tags to insert. The Update Tag Output icon will open an interface to refresh embedded tags. The Manage Tag icon is used to edit the settings for one or more tags. Troubleshoot Tags is used to resolve duplicate tags or tags that cannot be found within the code files. The Settings icon allows you to turn on or off the log for troubleshooting, as well as to define the pathway for Stata. The About icon allows you to view which version of StatTag has been installed, as well as citation information. The Help icon will launch the user guide. The first thing we will do is attach the code file we just ran. Then we will add some text to the manuscript. The first thing we will insert is the table of the first 10 observations. In our code file, we printed the first 10 observations to the results window. We're going to insert this output as verbatim results. Click on Define Tag. Highlight the line or lines of code that are using to print the output. To highlight, click in the margin to the left of the code. If you click in the wrong line, click again to remove the highlight. Give the tag a name. The tag name should be descriptive and meaningful to you. Tag names should not be duplicated in the same code file. The refresh setting should be used to specify the frequency with which you want the results refreshed in the Word document. If Always is selected, then the tag will be refreshed every time the code file is executed by StatTag. If On Demand is selected, then the tag will only be refreshed when you ask StatTag to do so. Select the result type for these printed observations. In this case, we're using the result type verbatim. Click on Save and Insert in Word. StatTag runs data and inserts the results of interest. Next, we will insert the total number of observations in the data file. For this result, we are returning a value. We'll use the default formatting. We will also add in the mean and standard deviation. By default, Stata has returned a value with 2 decimal places. If we would like to change the number of decimal places, we can modify that by double-clicking on the tag, or by going to the Manage Tags and editing the tag. We can select the type of value that we're returning, in this case numeric, and modify the number of decimal places. StatTag has updated the result. We'll apply the same formatting to the standard deviation. Next, we'll insert a table. Our code file is generating a table of the age group variable. To insert the table, highlight the range of text creating the table and displaying it to Stata. Select the type of result. By default, all rows and columns are inserted. If you would like to suppress the insertion of particular rows or columns, they can be identified by number. Table dimensions should not be changed after they are inserted in Word. Therefore, we recommend inserting the entire table when first using StatTag. If you decide to remove columns or figures, delete the inserted table and update the tag settings through StatTag before inserting the table again. Next, we will insert a figure. We have already verified that the code file correctly generates the PDF and that it is saved on our desktop. StatTag can also work with other figure formats, such as PNG, TIFF, or JPEG. To insert the figure, highlight all lines of code that are used to generate the figure. Finally, we'll insert the verbatim output from our regression model. In this StatTag example, we've inserted verbatim output, values, a table, and a figure. For more information on StatTag, visit our website at www.stattag.org. To download sample files, including the file used in this example, visit our GitHub repository.